a grand vision for FIFA, or another impulsive mistake? Mixed reactions to UEFA's proposal to end meaningless friendlies around the world. We've got all the action from a clash of the NBA's Beasts of the East. And we tell you why blindness hasn't stopped this rider from keeping her sights set on the Olympics in 2016. Welcome to the show. I'm Stefano Fusaro with your latest world sport. Europe's top football clubs have said they won't oppose UEFA's plan for a new competition to make more international matches mean something, wiping out the concept of friendlies. A new Nations League has been proposed to start in 2018 just after the Russia World Cup. It'll split 54 European countries into 4 groups based on their ranking. Each group will then be divided into 4 pools of either 3 or 4 teams, and the sides in each pool will play each other home and away during the days set aside for international fixtures between September and November that year. This will be followed by playoffs and a final mini-tournament in 2019, and eventually 4 teams will qualify for the 2020 European Championship via that Nations League. There will also maybe 2 World Cups spots up for grabs. UEFA President Michel Platini has spearheaded this idea and elaborated on his vision.
Développer le football en Europe, cela doit même s'inscrire dans une vision.
Developing football in Europe requires a vision. This is the reason why we studied, with you, the possibility of launching a new competition.
Move on to England. Liverpool manager Brendan Rodgers has agreed with Chelsea boss Jose Mourinho that Manchester City are favourites to win this season's Premier League title. The Reds moved above City into second place on Wednesday night with a 2-1 victory over Sunderland. Captain Steven Gerrard's thumping free kick opened the scoring in the first half, and they doubled their lead with Daniel Sturridge's deflected shot in the 48th minute. Although they still have to play Liverpool again at the fortress that is Anfield, Rodgers says City has 2 games in hand, and that puts them in the driver's seat. When we come back, Roger Federer looked to be in the driver's seat in his quarterfinal match at the Sony Open in Miami, but he found himself struggling to close out his opponent. And we'll go to the hard court, where a battle ensued between the 2 best teams in the East and would look more like a boxing match than an NBA game. We'll be right back. Welcome back to World Sport. Since the beginning of the season, the Indiana Pacers have been on a mission to solidify the top spot in the Eastern Conference to assure home court advantage throughout the NBA playoffs. But the 2-time champs Miami Heat won't go down without a fight. It certainly was a playoff atmosphere in Indy, these 2 squaring off in what's now expected to be a physical battle. And check this out, in the 4th quarter, Paul George drives past LeBron, 2-handed slam. Indiana and its fans celebrating. But a little later, this elbow in the face from LeBron to Roy Hibbert, and Hibbert goes down. The big man had to be helped up and needed a concussion test to be able to go back into the game. Not a good sign for a big man when a big man hits the deck like that. In the 4th quarter, with only less than a minute left, David West, this improbable 3-pointer, and the Pacers go up by 1. George Hill with an opportunity to seal the game, but misses 2 free throws late. And Chris Bosh had an opportunity to win the game for Miami, but his shot comes up short. 84-83 victory for the Indiana Pacers, who clinch the Central Division title. Commonly called the season's 5th Grand Slam, the Sony Open in Miami features the best tennis players in the world. And we had a doozy in the quarterfinals, a rematch of the 2012 finals. Second-ranked Novak Djokovic facing off against Wimbledon champ Andy Murray. Murray was serving at 5-6 in the first set, looking to take the tiebreaker. But Djokovic comes in and seemingly crosses the net with his volley. According to the rules, he should have lost the point. Murray knows it. The Scot approached the net to confront Djokovic, but the point would stand. Murray never recovered mentally, lost the game to love, and with it, the set, and was never really in contention after that. The match would go the way of the world's number 2, Novak Djokovic, 7-5, 6-3. Roger Federer was looking to advance to the semis, but after a great start, he found himself in a lot of trouble. He faced off against the Japanese national Kei Nishikori, and he won the first set, but then he went on to lose the second after his backhand goes into the net. Nishikori, 5-7, won the second. Tremendous comeback from Nishikori, and his backhand winner on match point gives him the win and the upset over Roger Federer, 3-6, 7-5, 6-4. Horse rider Verity Smith was only 8 when she was told she was going blind. Even without her sight, she was good enough to make the qualifying competition for the London Games in 2012. But tragedy shattered her Olympic dreams, and now this week's human to hero is fighting back to ride to Rio in 2016.
When I'm riding, it is like flying. My feet do not touch the ground, and the world and all the stresses.
We wish you the best, Verity. We'll take a break, but don't go anywhere. If you enjoy a good laugh, we have probably one of the best goal celebrations ever. And in this football, there aren't any unsportsmanlike conduct flags. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to World Sport. A goal scored in an Estonian league match produced one memorable and an innovative goal celebration. There you see the goal scorer, but what's he doing? If you're a 10-pin bowler, you know exactly what he's doing. He's going for a strike, and it was a perfect roll. All the players down. What a celebration. We found this one on rumodispo.com, the official Estonian Football League website. That is something I've never seen on the pitch before, but it's yet another reason why we love the beautiful game. Thanks for joining us on this edition of World Sport. I'm Stefano Fusaro. Have a wonderful night.